Waterloo began as a modest riverside outpost along the Cedar River in Black Hawk County, first settled in 1845 by pioneers like George Hanna. Initially called Prairie Rapids, it was renamed Waterloo in 1851, possibly evoking the famous European battle. By 1855, it secured its status as county seat after a contentious referendum against rival Cedar Falls, spurring growth with the arrival of the first newspaper in 1845 and steamboat navigation on the river, railroad boom and industrial rise. 1860s, 1900s. The arrival of railroads in the 1860s transformed Waterloo into a key transportation hub, fostering trade and migration. This era saw the establishment of vital industries, including John Deere's tractor manufacturing operations in 1919 and the Rath Packing Company, which became one of the nation's largest meatpackers. By the early 20th century, these sectors drove economic expansion, attracting diverse workers and solidifying Waterloo's role in Midwestern agriculture. World War II and the Sullivan Brothers' legacy. 1940s. Waterloo's factories, led by John Deere and Rath, shifted to wartime production, manufacturing tractors, munitions, and food for U.S. troops. The city gained national prominence through the tragic loss of the 5 Sullivan brothers, all Waterloo natives, who died when their ship, USS Juneau, sank in 1942. Their sacrifice inspired the U.S. military's sole survivor policy, and led to the creation of the Sullivan Brothers Iowa Veterans Museum, honoring local heroism, racial struggles and civil rights era. 1910s, 1970s. A 1911 railroad strike brought African American workers to Waterloo, sparking decades of segregation, redlining, and housing covenants that persisted into the 1940s. Despite Iowa's 1868 ban on school segregation, enforcement lagged until the 1960s, when federal mandates and local activism prompted integration efforts. The city's black community built resilient institutions like churches and the NAACP chapter in 1921, highlighting Waterloo's complex history as a microcosm of northern U.S. race relations, modern revitalization and cultural growth. 1980s, present facing post-industrial challenges like plant closures in the 1980s, Waterloo rebounded through urban renewal, including the Riverfront Renaissance Plan and the Silos and Smokestacks National Heritage Area. Today, with a population of about 67,000, it thrives as a cultural center featuring the Grout Museum District, Waterloo Center for the Arts, and Hawkeye Community College, blending its agricultural roots with diverse arts, trails, and events that celebrate its resilient spirit.